How's it going, everybody? My name's Andrew Woods and I'm about to enter my third year of veterinary school. And if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering exactly how much vet school costs. Spoiler alert, it's expensive, man. So with school starting back for me relatively soon, I thought I'd show you guys how much this semester actually is for me, with the help of some Monopoly money, because I am definitely not balling. So, let's talk moolah.
Wonder how much vet school really costs? Well, here you go.
Okay, so if I go online to my student account, it shows for me the cost of this upcoming semester, and I've actually blurred out my housing costs for student housing because that's pretty much irrelevant. So if we look at it, the cost of tuition for one semester is $9,718 total. And that's not including the extra $240 for a year-long parking permit, so you can actually park on campus. And this also doesn't include any living expenses. And if you looked at this carefully, you're probably thinking, whoa, what's that $1,400 charge there for out-of-state vet med? Well, as it turns out, I'm actually a South Carolina resident. I've never actually lived in Georgia prior to coming to vet school here at UGA. However, when I was accepted here, I was lucky enough to get an in-state spot, one of the 17 in-state spots that Georgia offers to South Carolina students. So Georgia actually reserves 17 seats for South Carolina students to come to Georgia with in-state tuition. And essentially, this is the South Carolina government paying me $15K for my out-of-state tuition to come to vet school with in-state tuition, which is really great for me. I'm actually very lucky to have gotten one of those 17 spots. And this actually really shows how much of a disparity there is between in-state students and out-of-state students, and the cost between the two. And I'm actually going to provide a link below that has a graph that lists how much every vet school in the United States costs for out-of-state students and in-state students. But be advised, this isn't totally accurate and up-to-date information. For example, if you look at UGA, it has the cost for in-state tuition being at $73,416, when for me, as of 2017, is actually $9,436 per year, which with 4 years would be $77,744, which is actually around $4K higher. And it doesn't end there either. One thing that's not really included in any website I've really found without prior knowledge is the summer semester of third year. And I'm not sure if this is the case with any other vet schools, but it probably is. But for us students at UGA, we're actually in clinics at that time. And for those of you that don't know, clinics is actually the time when you're in the veterinary teaching hospital, learning how to treat animals, working with clinicians. You're not in the classroom, so it's pretty much hands-on learning and learning how to become an actual doctor without classroom time. And as I said, for those who don't know, we're actually in clinics during that summer. And since we are in clinics for that summer, UGA is making us pay an additional $9,000 to attend for that semester. Again, something that's not really stated anywhere. It's not in the VIN Foundation website. It's not really stated in the UGA Academic Affairs or anywhere on the UGA side that you have to pay for an additional summer semester being an extra $9K, or paying for 9 tuitions in total, not 8, which is kind of scummy, but it is only $10K, and I don't know how much $10K is to y'all, but for me $10K is a lot of money. And so with that extra cost, you're actually looking at a tuition upwards of $86,000 for all 4 years for your full veterinary degree. So if you don't have anyone supporting you, that's a lot of loans, guys. It's a lot. Not to mention, that's only for in-state students, you know? So if you're out of state, you're actually looking at a grand total of $130K for out-of-state students at UGA, College of Veterinary Medicine. And let me make sure to tell you, I'm not actually trying to make this sound bleak in any way. Yeah, vet school is very expensive, especially if you're an out-of-state student, but this is an investment into your future and a worthy investment if you're really interested in veterinary medicine and becoming a doctor. So, you know, it really is something that you need to look at as an investment for your future, depending on if you want to do it or not. And a huge point I want to emphasize is that you really want to go to the vet school that pays the least, that you have to pay the least amount for. And the reason I say this is because across the board, every single starting salary between every single vet school is exactly the same on average based on statistics. That means no matter which veterinary school you go to, your average starting salary is going to be the same whether you go to the #1 vet school or the one lowest down on the list. Now, your educational experience might be different depending on which one you go to, but for the most case, when purely talking from a financial point of view, it doesn't really matter which one you go to. You want to go to the one that costs the less, so you have the least amount of loans as possible that you have to pay actually when you get out. And I'm personally very lucky to actually have my parents supporting me for my extra finances and living expenses, so I only have to take out loans for the actual tuition of vet school. So if you're not as lucky as me, living expenses is a huge other cost added on that, and a whole nother pile of loans that you gotta prepare for. So that's it for now. I'm actually gonna go try to see how I'm gonna be paying for all these loans before classes start, because there's so many loans. Goodness gracious, why is it so expensive? Okay, anyway, hope this video helped you guys in some way. I hope it helped you to give you an idea of how much vet school costs, whether you're in-state or out-of-state, for 1 semester and for all your 4 years. So I hope this video helped. If it did, give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hate the thought of me with someone new.
Hey, what you want to know about vet school? I know that it costs a lot. That's true. Hey, mix it on the way. 2017. Let's